Sean McVay turned the music up at practice. The Rams said they also played with wet footballs. They're ready for a loud, soggy situation in Seattle Sunday at CenturyLink Field. This is Gary Klein. I'm Lindsay Theory for the Los Angeles Times. The Rams are 9-4. The Seahawks are 8-5. Earlier this season, the Rams lost to the Seahawks at the Coliseum. They turned the ball over 5 times. They almost, however, won the game in the final seconds. Gary, the Rams were close then. What would it mean for them to beat the Seahawks now?
This really shapes up as a changing of the guard, pass the torch kind of game. The Rams, under first-year coach Sean McVay, have made a statement, but they got to get over the hump. The Seahawks have been the class of the NFC West for years. Pete Carroll has built that defense. It's depleted this week, a lot of guys out, but the Rams have to prove that they can beat them.
Robert Woods is expected to return Sunday after sitting out 3 weeks because of a shoulder injury. A couple of offensive linemen were banged up against the Eagles. They're also expected to be ready to play Sunday, Gary. Really, this is shaping up as a healthy Rams offense against a very depleted Seahawks defense.
Jared Goff last week against the Eagles had a couple miscues late in that game, so you know he's eager to get back on the field, and he's going to do it. As you mentioned, Robert Woods back in the lineup. That's his favorite receiver. He was the leading receiver, but he sat out for 3 games. That allowed Cooper Kupp to get going even more, having a great rookie year. Josh Reynolds got involved, Sammy Watkins. But the key for the Rams is going to be Todd Gurley. Even Pete Carroll acknowledges it. That's how the Rams offense, everything revolves around him. Sean McVay has talked about getting him involved. We'll see if he does.
I talked to a couple of the Rams players this week about the toughest thing in Seattle. Is it the stadium? Is it the weather? Is it the noise? They said it's none of the above. It's absolutely Russell Wilson. He's the playmaker of the team. Everything runs through him. The defense is going to have its hands full trying to get after him and nevertheless try and sack him.
Russell Wilson has accounted for all but one of the Seahawks touchdowns this year, either as a passer or running. So it's all about him. And the Rams, they should be pretty healthy on defense. Alec Ogletree showed he could come back from that injury to his elbow. Trumaine Johnson had a big miscue with a penalty against the Eagles. He's eager to get on that field. But they're going to have a test because Russell Wilson is very elusive. The Rams have a history of success against him. He's never had one of those Russell Wilson kind of games, and they got to hope that this isn't the one.
Glad you did the air quotes there, those Russell Wilson type games. Now, the Rams haven't lost 2 games in a row this season. They certainly don't want to start at this point as they're still trying to clinch a spot in the playoffs. Gary, what's your prediction for the game?
Well, I think the Rams go up there in good shape. I think this is a chance for them to unseat the Seahawks, and I think they're going to do it.
I think Russell Wilson's really good, but I know that the Rams are also very healthy. The Seahawks, not so much. I think the Rams are going to win also.
There you go. We're in agreement.
All right, we're in agreement. That's a very rare thing around here. Be sure to keep it on the Los Angeles Times. Gary and I will see you next time from Seattle.